Hello, I'm Will Buckingham, and I'm the author of The Snork and the Sailor. If you don't know the story yet, The Snork and the Sailor is a story about adventures, about friendship, and about soup. I wrote the words for the story, but the pictures in the book were drawn by my good friend Thomas Docherty. And Thomas is a brilliant artist. So I wrote the book first, and then I gave the book to Tom, and Tom drew the pictures. And from the very first time he drew the snork, the picture he made was almost exactly like the picture in my own head. That's how good an artist Tom is. So maybe you've heard the story before, and maybe you haven't. But if you haven't, the story starts on a lonely marsh by the sea. And I'm going to let you into a little secret. Not many people know this. This lonely marsh in the picture at the beginning of the book is a place that I knew when I was much younger, when I was your age. And this place, this lonely marsh, was close to where I grew up. And my mum and dad used to often take me there for walks. And I liked to walk around the marsh and have my own thoughts about life and look at the sky and look at the sea. So the book started here. I started thinking, that lonely marsh I knew as a child, who might live there? What kind of creature might live in a place like this? And then I came up with the snork. And before Tom drew all the pictures, I told him stories about the lonely marsh that I knew from my own childhood, and he went away and he found some photos, and he used those to help his drawing. And when he showed the drawing to me, I was like, yes, that's exactly like what I remember. Anyway, that's enough from me. I'm going to let you listen to the story, and it may be the first time, as I said, and it may be the 100th time, but it's always good to hear stories again and again. And to get yourself in the mood for this story, you have to imagine you're on a lonely marsh, and it's raining, and you're all alone, but you're in a little hut, and you're eating your soup, and you're warming your toes by the fire. And it's nice to be alone sometimes. It's nice to have nobody else bothering you. But suddenly, as you're sitting there on your own, eating your soup, there's a knock on the door. And with the knock on the door, everything changes. But to find out what happens next, you'll need to listen to The Snork and the Sailor. And so, happy listening, and I wish you many happy adventures. Bye-bye.